look, there's a little soccer ball. Hi, y'all. Oh, Amanda Aldapper joined and Tracy. Cool. Hi, y'all. How's it going? Megan. Awesome. Hi, Abby.
Hi,
and
Wendy.
Good to see you guys. So good to see you. I'm so glad you made it. I love it when you're live with me. That's awesome. So much fun.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim. Hi, Nadia. Good to see you again. Brooke says hi,
Brooke.
Sissy. I was at Brooke's house earlier today. If y'all didn't see me, be sure to catch the replay. That was a lot of fun. And I thought, you know what? I'll come over here to Brittany's house tonight. And her husband's gone, so I thought, well, I'd keep her company on Periscope from here so y'all could see her table and maybe get a few ideas of what works around her table as she prepares to feed her family every night. Hello from Ohio. Hey, y'all. Thanks. That's so nice. We're mother-daughter. My name is Trina Titus Lozano, and I'm a counselor and ordained Christian minister, and I've got 7 kids and 9 grandkids. One on the way. And anyway, so I'm excited to Periscope from y'all tonight. Originally from the colony. Awesome.
Well, I was just in Plano, so.
Brittany was just in Plano. That's
far
right.
from the colony.
Yeah. Good, from Fishing Lakes. Good to see everybody tonight. So I love talking about home and family. We have all been we've been on a series about the home experience and just talking about the importance and the value of home and the importance of raising the value of home. And one of the ways that we do that is by eating around the table. So in our family, it was always a family tradition to eat around the table and a family tradition to to be together as a family. And that's a tradition that I passed down in my own home. We always ate around the table. And yeah, a beautiful table that Andy built, which I'm going to be showing here. So here's the table that Andy built for those of y'all. Can you see that? Yeah, pretty cool table. Yeah, there's the playroom in the background. Isn't that an awesome table?
On the other side doesn't have chairs. It has
So here's the bench. The bench on this side. So, and it's kind of a vinyl bench, so the kids just sit up for that. We had steak for dinner tonight, actually. It was a good dinner. We're in Texas. We like to eat steak as much as possible. It is gorgeous. So, and it's handmade. When they moved here, they didn't have a table. And so Andy found this.
We got rid of ours before
well, you
we
didn't.
moved.
That's what I mean. So you didn't have one when you moved.
Yeah.
So they had sold it when they moved, and Andy had an idea of making a real rustic table out of some wood that he found from old fencing.
No, this wood is from the old Texas Giant roller coaster.
Oh my goodness, this was from the old Texas Giant roller coaster? How did he get this?
That was sent to the fence company to use.
Oh, wow.
And we got it from there.
Awesome. Wow, what a great legacy. That is so cool. That is so cool. Well, hey Claire and Sade at the porch at the small group. That's cool that you guys are there. Well, Brittany's got 2 little kids. She's got a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old.
No,
well, just turned 2. Just turned 2. So just turned 4 and just turned 2. And so there's things that she really thinks works around her table, and I just asked her to share tonight what's really working for her. Boy, her kids have great manners. They are very well behaved at the table. So can you just share a little bit, Britt, about what really works for you?
Maybe like 80% of the time. I'm not going to say 100% of the time. Well, actually, one thing I want to mention is that our table seats 12, and there's only 4 of us in our family. So, of course, there's a lot of extra room, but we like to have other friends over and their kids, and everyone has a seat. And so we all can eat together, and so we made it with the intentions of
inviting others over,
but also growing a family too.
Growing a family, yeah.
Having it for a long time.
That's awesome.
Because there's nothing worse than inviting friends over and then not having room to eat, or you end up eating on the couch, or
you want to sit around the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see some
see if
things
I can get both of us in here.
What's really cute is that Anderson, our oldest, he's 4. he has loved saying, "Hey, Daddy, how was work today?" And he learned saying that at the table.
Aww.
And so it got Daddy to talk about his day, and then Anderson told Daddy about our day and who we saw and who we met up with, or what we did, what we played, whatever. And then he always wants to pray. So he learned how to pray from eating at the table, because we always pray first. And he learned how to be thankful. And so he began praying, and then he would start saying, "I'm thankful for food." But then one night he just began making the list longer. "I'm thankful for a blessing over my family," is what he always says.
That's so
Thank you,
cute.
Jesus, for blessing over my family. It's so sweet. He just made that up himself.
So sweet.
And so then now his list is longer, but if he wants to eat, then he just prays just for the food. But it's sweet. And now Faith is learning how to pray, and that comes from being at the table too, praying before we eat. So.
You know, y'all, that's where Jesus told his disciples, and he said, "At every time you eat dinner at the table is when you should remember me." So it's not every time you take communion at church. Yeah, we're mother-daughter. It's every time you eat dinner. Every time you eat dinner, you should pray, and you should remember Jesus. That's what he was saying at the Last Supper. But our family mealtime is a time where love is expressed. It's a time where you guys can talk about the family schedule for the next day. It's a time, yeah, like you said, where you can tell about your day. It's just a time to connect, y'all. It's a time to connect eye to eye, face to face, where you're just really having that opportunity to have a conversation that's uninterrupted. And the beautiful thing about doing it at home is you gather around the table. And when you do this at home, there's already an atmosphere of love and peace in your home, which is what you're going to establish. And when you set the table pretty and you have a pretty centerpiece and you light a candle and you have it all preset, everyone knows that you prepared for them. And it's just a time of coming together where everybody, they feel loved and they feel special because it's, it's planned and it's purposeful. They know that every night you guys are going to eat dinner together around the table. And it builds the security that they need, that everybody needs. And you just don't get that in a restaurant. Have you noticed restaurants are loud and restaurants are a little chaotic because it's loud and kids tend to be messier and all kinds of stuff. They're just not as well mannered as restaurants as they can be at home. But yeah, it's a time where you can really be sure that they're nourished physically as well as spiritually and emotionally as we sit around the table.
And they learn how to communicate with each other and with one another.
And serve each other. As you pass the food around, you can notice what people need and they can learn how to serve each other and serve themselves and all of that. There's so many benefits to eating around the table.
One thing we are working on with Anderson is how to stay seated until everyone's done.
Good. So
and
you're working
being
on
not in a chair with our Pench, he tends to want to get up, lay
Crawl
down
around
on it, or whatever, and he gets a little antsy on it. And if they can't reach the table, if it's a little too high, they tend to get a little bit disinterested.
Okay, that's a good point. So you have to make the adjustments. Yeah. So Faith is still in a high chair because it helps her to reach better. But y'all, if your kids are getting up and down a lot, that might be part of the problem. Maybe they're not comfortable in the chair.
But our high chair is pulled up to our table.
Yeah, the high chair is pulled up to the table.
Sometimes people will leave the high chair away from the
table. I'll show a picture of that. Here's her high chair. You can see it's just right here, pulled right up to the table. Which is a good point. That is important because she is a part of everything. And Brooke does that also at her house where she pulls her high chair up to the table. Yeah, so make sure your high chair is connected to the table so at the very least it's there, they're with you even though they're sitting in the high chair. So how have y'all been doing with your table experience? Have you guys been remembering to set the table and to prepare your meals? How's that been going for you? I know it's not easy with little kids, and it is really important to think about and think ahead and plan ahead what your meals are. So hopefully you guys are doing that. Hopefully you guys have really understood that it's an important and it's a valuable thing to do. It's going to benefit your family now and for the rest of your life. Brooke taught you that Ezra sits. Oh, so Ezra does sit with you now. That is great, Miran. That's awesome. Yeah, you can't do it when one works at night. So if you work at night, reschedule it. See when you can have meals together. Maybe you can have breakfast together at your table or lunches together at your table. But it is massively important that you guys find, Amanda, be sure when you sit, you have everything you need.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point,
You know
Brooke.
what? And the other thing is I noticed that if I get the food on the table but then have to go back for
Drinks or whatever.
or spoon, I don't know, whatever. Not spoons because that's already on the table. But extra things. Anderson tends to want to get up like we are. And I'm like, well, if we would all sit down at the same time and not keep getting up, then he'll follow our example and stay seated.
And
since we're getting up, then he wants to get up.
That's right. That's good conversation, Amanda and Brooke and Brittany. Absolutely. So that's the whole point of the preparation. That's why we set the table, because then we could think in advance, make sure everybody has the drinks, their condiments, the salt and pepper, the butter, and don't call people to the table until the mom or the mom and dad, whoever's doing the preparation, is completely ready. Then call them to the table so that they're ready and you're ready to eat. When everyone's ready, you can pray and start eating, and then you don't have to jump up, and neither do they. So that's a great point, because kids really do what we do, don't they? So often that's the case. We say our 3 good things every night at dinner. They almost always say eating dinner together. I love that. I love saying that.
There's also doing like highs and lows.
Highs and lows.
Or highs. What's funny is I was like, Anderson, tell me your favorite thing of the day and your least favorite thing. Thinking like a high and a low so he would understand. Oh, well, he would tell me like his favorite, and then he would tell me like his next favorite.
Yeah. That's cute. Tracy, I loved your family. You all hold hands and pray before you eat. So that's so important to just have that connection. You join hands and pray, or fold hands and pray, or whatever your family wants to do. And it's great if it's not just a recited same prayer every time, but if it can just be meaningful and doesn't have to be long, but meaningful. After we're done, we spend the time discussing our lives. That's awesome. That's great. That's exactly. And I love the rule of having one conversation. So like no matter what you guys want to talk about, where everyone's talking about the same thing, you're engaged in one conversation rather than like 3 or 4 conversations happening at the same time. It keeps it really making sure that you're staying connected. Was there any other tips there that we wanted to mention? But y'all, whenever you establish this is your value.
Just healthy eating habits.
Yeah, of course, healthy eating habits. When you establish that this is your value and you really make it, prepare an activity, read a short book, anything like that, so that you guys can linger at the table. That is a great idea, because lingering at the table just helps you stay connected. It keeps you eye to eye and face to face, because you really need that connection time. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow talking more about this, y'all, at noon and 9. And I really, sorry, it's going to block that. Oh, there we go. I'll be back at noon and 9. Brooke, your husband can take turns feeding the baby so that you can all eat. Yeah, that's a great idea, because you do want to make sure that everybody's fed and that mommies get time to eat too. So that's good.
If it's just your family and you are nursing a baby, I always nurse at the table.
Oh, yeah. Nurse your baby at the table. Absolutely. Nurse the baby at the table. Sure. Yes. If they're hungry, go ahead and nurse the baby at the table. So anyway, you guys, thank you for joining us on my Periscope tonight. Thanks for joining us at Brittany's house, at her awesome house. I don't know if anybody can see this. I should show a little bit of your really pretty house. This is Brittany's house. Little exercise bike there. Does she have a cute house? There's another awesome coffee table right there with a soccer ball under it, of course. But her house is so cute. So I'll tell you what, there's nothing better than having an awesome home. And here's her awesome dining room table right here in the middle of her house. And, of course, the playroom there. So, Britt, wave goodbye to everyone.
Hi.
Thanks
coming to my house.
Yeah. So thank you, Brittany, for inviting us to your home tonight, and we will be back tomorrow. God bless you guys.
Bye.
Bye.